everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So what's eating you? Well, today I am vlogging from the car again. I am planning on going back to my studio to do videos. I've just been so busy. Oh, excuse me. It's been easier to do content from this car. So anyway, the title is, and the topic of today is dating someone with bipolar. And should you even date anybody with bipolar? So if you are, I know today, you Generation Z and the generation before yours are doing a lot of online dating. And so you get to know somebody kind of online, on the phone, through text messages. Maybe you lead up to FaceTime. And during those times, I think people sometimes feel a little more at ease to talk about some things that are very, maybe personal, or just feel more comfortable. So what would you do if you started liking somebody? You haven't met them yet, or maybe you had one or two meetings, but then they disclose to you that they have bipolar. Would you continue to date them? And what do you think my answer is? Should you date somebody who has bipolar disorder? So, real quick, bipolar disorder is a mental illness. And we see it mostly in women. It's a lifelong disease or disorder. And it shows itself in what we call having manic or depressed periods in their life. And it doesn't have to even be brought on by anything significant. Like, nothing really needs to happen in order for the symptoms to show themselves for people who have bipolar. In most cases, people are able to function in their life. They have jobs, they have family, they have children, and they function relatively well in their life when they are, when they are stable. And so what happens is, when they're stable, it usually means they are taking medication and they have a therapist. And that is what we know will give someone with bipolar longevity in their stability. Unfortunately, a lot of people who are bipolar don't like to take the medication. And then what you see when they're not medicated is you may see that they have months and months and months of mania. And mania is just, they're very hyper, impulsive, they have all these great ideas that they want to do, and they seem to be very motivated, rapid talk, very rapid thinking, conversation after conversation, super annoying oftentimes, just really super annoying, because in the mania you can't get them to shut up, right? But they think they're on top of the world, and they do feel like that. They feel like they on top of the world, but to everybody else, it's like, get the hell up, please. So then they may have periods of that. Now, you may meet somebody when they're in their mania. And so now you think you met this really hyper, super active, super motivated person, when what you're experiencing is their mania. So the mania could last, months. And then they go from mania into state of depression. And the depression will look like sadness, hopelessness, putting themselves down. I'm no good. Maybe if it's severe, I'm pulling over real quick. If it's severe, they may begin to think that, have suicidal thoughts. In some cases, people with bipolar can become psychotic and show psychosis, which is delusions and hallucinations and all of that. So, should you date someone who is bipolar? Many people who are going to watch this video are dating someone bipolar. You might be married to someone who is bipolar, so you know the ups and downs of dealing with somebody with the disease and how it looks and how it operates. I would say you have to have a lot of patience, tolerance for someone who is bipolar. And being in a relationship with them is not easy. To get them to want to take their medications. They oftentimes stop wanting to take their meds, especially when they're stable. Stable people will be the first ones to tell you that they don't need their medication. Your response to that should be, you don't need your medication because you're on your medication and it's stabilized you. So yeah, you feel better because you are on your medication. You stop taking your medication and those feelings are going to go down the tubes. You're going to feel like crap. You may go into a manic state or depressed state. So, with that being said, it's like if you met someone and they told you, yes, I have MS, I have arthritis, I have bunions, I have this, I have that. You have to make a choice and a decision. Do I want to deal with somebody who has bunions? Sometimes they're not going to feel like walking, and I'm a hiker and I like to walk. So I can't mess with somebody with bunions. It's the same, you gotta weigh it out. Are you willing to deal with somebody who has bipolar, knowing that this is a lifelong illness, knowing that with this information that it is genetics and hereditary and it may pass to your children the same way if you decide to date somebody with bunions. Bunions might pass in the family. Do you want to have a child with bunions? So I say all that to say you got to make a wise decision. I would say if you haven't fallen in love with the person and you know that you may not have the patience and the tolerance to deal with somebody with a lifelong illness such as bipolar, then I wouldn't do it. Honestly, I would not. I wouldn't do it. But if you've already fallen in love, girl or boy, you got to do what you got to do what you got to do. Make it work. Anything can work out. Anything can work out. And for all you bipolar people, don't come after me. Don't try to drag me. You know how y'all act when y'all manic or depressed. You know you a lot. You know you a lot. You know you are a lot. So that's it for this video. You like my curls? You like my little doodly curls? Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.